So, something a lot of people aren't familiar with is the fact that the Civil War actually did take place in the West, not just in the East. We can see this when we look at places such as the Picacho Peak State Park. This was where a battle took place in April of 1862. It was described as a skirmish. There is a visitor center. There are monuments and trails that you can go on. This is where scouting parties of both the Union and the Confederacy clashed with each other, and a battle ensued. Then we have the Picos National Historic Park. This is where the Glorieta Pass battlefield is located. The battle took place in March of 1862. Confederate Texans invaded New Mexico. A brigadier general by the name of Shibley was an officer for the Union, and he ended up going to the Confederacy. He then led Confederate forces into New Mexico to conquer the Union territory. So then we go to Sand Creek Massacre National Historic Site. If it'll come up. My internet's a little slow, I guess. Okay, so this massacre took place in November 1864. There were 675 U.S. soldiers who attacked a village of Cheyenne and Arapaho Indians. About 230 of these Native Americans were killed, mainly women, children, and the elderly. Then we go to forts in the West. Drum Barracks is actually located in California. Um, it's very close. It's one of the oldest buildings there is in the area. Drum Barracks actually served as a Union Army headquarters for Southern California and Arizona Territory for 10 years, starting in 1861. It was mainly used for staging, training, and supplying bases in the Southwest. Then we move on to Fort Craig National Historic Site. So this actually is in New Mexico. It was established in 1854 in Socorro County, New Mexico. It's one of 8 forts that were along the Rio Grande Valley, or in the Rio Grande Valley. It housed Buffalo soldiers of 9th Cavalry and the 38th and 125th Infantry. It was also home to the predominantly Hispanic volunteers and New Mexico militia. Then we move on to Fort Stanton, also in New Mexico. It was established in 1855. It's the best preserved fort in New Mexico. There is so much history at this fort. It not only from the Civil War era, but also during World War II. It was the place of internment of German sailors. Then we go to Fort Bliss Museum. Fort Bliss did take part in the Civil War as well. It was established in 1849. It was the headquarters for the Confederacy in the Southwest. There's actually a museum there now that has a little bit of the history for it and what they did during the Civil War.